We would like to see a range of photography that tells us something about you. This could be something that shows us your ideas and interests, your creativity and your sort of technical approach to the subject as well. You should show us 15 to 20 images that show us something about you. This can demonstrate a story about your student journey so far, or maybe communicate some ideas that you have interest in a coherent way. We'd also really like to see your passion for photography. We love looking at and talking about photography here at Sunderland, and we'd love to learn more about you and your passion for the subject. In the first instance with your application, we'd like to see a digital portfolio, so a PDF or a PowerPoint file that has a collection of images, and you can also have links there as well to things like video that you might have, or sort of relevant social media pages that you might have made, or blogs about your work. Once you're invited to interview, it's really great if you can bring a physical portfolio along, but you don't have to. You can bring the PDF and talk through it, but this should be a nice a box, but it can be inexpensive. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be A4 or even A3, but something with individual images that tell us something about you and about your interest for photography. So what's really great about this portfolio is it shows a range of sort of expanded approaches to photography, very fine art approaches, like painting on top of images, attaching flowers, some sort of experiments that this student may have done in college, which is great to see. Don't overcrowd your pages. We want your images to shine, and sometimes less on a page can be more. So it's really great to show images, single images, or maybe 2 or 3 that work together as a coherent sort of story. What's really good in a portfolio is to see a range of your different skills. So it can be things such as still life or portraiture, environmental documentary shots, landscapes, anything really that is interesting to you. It could be that you're working with artificial light, or working with light in an environment, daylight or nighttime artificial light perhaps. So this is an A3 portfolio. So what it shows is a range of different kind of ways of showing images together. So some images are full bleed, which show perhaps more impactful images in some way. But what's really nice about this portfolio is how there's lots of white edges, big spaces printed around, and this is something that you can do in a PDF as well. Some really experimental images here, and it's great to really showcase what you've made at college and be proud of what you've produced, because we're just as passionate about photography as you, and we want to talk about it. It would be really great to see some sketchbook pages as well in your portfolio. So these could be individual pages that you mount up nicely on card, or it could be that you scan them and then print them off, or even scan them and put them into your PDF in the first instance. This can really show us about how you're thinking about photography, the sorts of sources that you're perhaps looking at, how you're reflecting on your own practice as well. Another idea that I would have is to show somebody your portfolio at home first. So this could be your former tutor at college, or it could be a friend who you're studying with. That way, you could show them the work that you've made and then ask them what they think of it. What do they see in that? What story do they understand? How do they read your identity within those individual pages? And this can be really useful in you gaining an outside perspective of how somebody might understand who you are and what your identity is all about.